here. Today we're going to talk about seeing clearly as you move forward. And how do you know certain things? I'm just writing down something here. Um, how do you know the legal field is for you? How do you know this? You're on this channel because you're trying to figure it out. This channel is for total beginners. And that's why I put it up, because there was nothing for me when I entered this field, nothing out there. Well, first of all, yes, it was 34 years ago, and the internet was just about to, be born. Cell phones were coming out, and just everything was changing with technology. Computers were being put in the workplaces where they weren't before. We just had some kind of computerized typewriters, but I was out of the workforce then. I was a stay-at-home mom for 7 years, so I missed that. And when I went back in, it was so much different. Most of the law firms or legal workplaces were using IBM PCs, not Macintoshes, and they were using WordPerfect. Now everybody really they use Microsoft Word. So how do you know this field is for you? Well, I jumped into it and I didn't know. I thought, well, Lord, I'm going to trust you to show me, because there was no other way for me to find out then. You have ways now by Googling certain things, and I want you to pray about it though. I want you to pray over your efforts. Say, Lord, please show me whether I should be in this field or not. But, not every workplace in the legal field is the same. It's not just the atmosphere because of the people that work there. That's definitely a variable. That's what could be obviously different from workplace to workplace. But the area of law that an attorney works in, or several areas that an attorney works in, you may enjoy or not enjoy. And that's where your investigation comes in. Number one, do you want to do what paralegals do every day? Now, I have a video here that you can search for. It's like, what do paralegals do every day? But in my book, Legal Break-In, I went into that in more depth, okay? Where I tell you, like, play by play, what I was doing, and a couple different types of law that I know about, okay? And I've worked in many different areas of law. So you can go search for that video, but you can also get the book Legal Break-In. There's a tab on my website for the book, and it's the website is paralegalcoffeetalk.com. Investigate the whole website. Click on every tab. Paralegals are detectives. Play detective on my website and look under everything. It's a website built for beginners so that you figure this out, and pray over it though, okay, for clarity, for a clear view of whether you should be in this or not. And if so, if you like what paralegals do every day and you've investigated that, then the next step is to actually work in it. And it may be for you or not, and that's how I found out. I really liked most of the people that I worked with in the first job, and I liked the area of law I was in. It was very obscure. It was called condemnation litigation. You're not going to find a lot of attorneys that work in that area. But what was valuable to me in that first position is, boy, I was thrown into it right away to learn quickly, and an attorney took me under his wing. That doesn't happen a lot. And then I learned so fast, and I worked and prepared for trial with that attorney. Of course, they knew I was a beginner, but I can handle a lot as a human. And so I would take notes and write down what I was learning and my takeaway was from all of this. And preparing for trial, I had no idea this would serve me well for the rest of my career, but it did. The Lord put me in the right place, of course. I was clueless. So let me read our verse for today. It's Psalm 119:18. It says, "Open my eyes to see the wonderful truths in your instructions." You're going to learn a lot when you dive in. You will learn a lot. If fear is driving you and you never go in, there's so much that you're going to contribute to all of this down the road as you gain experience. And people will miss your contributions that you can't even see right now. So I want you to understand that possibility exists for you, that there's a plan and a purpose in the works. You're being drawn to this career for some reason, so open your mind to that. In Psalm 37:23, it says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way." Praying about your steps is important because the Lord does have a plan and a purpose for you. So, pray all the time. Pray over your resume and cover letter. You might never have thought to do that. Pray over the interview. When you're sitting in the reception area before you're going to be called back to speak with the office manager and or the attorney, always speak with the attorney. Never take a job without meeting the attorney. Numero uno, after praying. When God shows you something, don't dismiss it. It's the clarity you've prayed for, not confusion. So pray that you don't have confusion over this, okay? When God allows certain things to come into our lives, it's a time of growth, a season of change. I'd love to hear about things that you've been dealing with in that regard. I would love your feedback on that and why you think the legal field is for you. I would love you to tell me that in the comments. Okay, I turn off the chat here because of, how it is. It can be on YouTube with people. I'll talk about when there are times that are tough, when you go into a new workplace and you want to react in a negative way and you want to take the road of a victim. I didn't know it was going to be this hard. It should be easier. Well, it's not. Anytime you go into something new, it is darn hard. It is very hard. But when you take notes about everything you're learning, here's why I tell you to do that. One of the reasons is to refer back to it so you don't keep asking the same questions. The other thing is I want you to look at those notes and look at how much you have learned. And I want you to go, good job, because you may not have anybody telling you that. I did not. And so I would say, good job, Leslie. Look how much you've learned. Because for a while I was thinking, what do I know? Look at that person. They know so much more than me. And I wasn't realizing until I started writing it down. Oh my gosh. I did this and I did that. I don't mean to brag about myself. I don't mean that. But I had to realize how my efforts were being blessed by God. And that my brain was being used, okay? When we walk in our own desires, we get what we get. But I'm going to tell you, there is nothing like being in the purpose, your God-given purpose. There is nothing like it. You will be the happiest you've ever been. You will know as you know that you should be there. And so when you do your research, and one of the things I tell people is go to Google, and this is what I want you to put in the search bar: paralegal duties in personal injury law. Even if you don't want to be in that area of law, put it in Google. What does that paralegal do? What's coming up? Paralegal duties in, we'll put real estate law. Paralegal duties in family law. Okay. Paralegal duties in immigration law. Okay, put those 4 in. I want you to do your homework. And this is what's going to tell you. There are hundreds of areas of law. Get your notebook out. I've got it with me today. And write down or print it out from the computer what those duties are. Okay? And are you being pulled to do that every day? We're not attorneys. We don't advise the clients as to what to do regarding the law. We do not do that. The attorney has the law license in the U.S. We do not. Okay, paralegals are not licensed in the U.S. And so we did not go through law school. We did not pass the bar exam. We did not get admitted to the bar of our state. We do not have a license. That's the attorney's job. We are the right arm of the attorney. We assist the attorney. Okay? So understand that when you look at those duties, that's just tip of the iceberg when you do that research. We do a tremendous amount all day long. So, when my aunt was working for a judge in Paterson, New Jersey at the courthouse, and I had another aunt who was a legal secretary, she was involved in hearings, I'm sure, all day long. All day long. My other aunt would have been involved in not participating or being there with a judge in the hearings, but she would prepare her attorney for hearings, so be filing documents. And so they did a bit of, their jobs were not alike, but there was a lot of document production and appointment keeping and all that, and setting. And so that's what we do as paralegals. So is that something you want to do? Do that research and you'll find out, is this something I want to do? Don't go into this field because you think you're going to be rich. That's not why you go into the field, and nobody starts off making $50,000, $60,000. That is a pipe dream. That is crazy. And that, just because you Google it and that's what that comes up, that's not truth, okay? So as a beginner, as a person looking at this field for the first time, or a rank beginner, do yourself a favor and go to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, and investigate every tab. And I'll point out some to you. My membership opens up after 2.5 years of not officially being open. My membership opens up on the 30th of this month. And so today's the 18th. We have 12 days. So it'll open up again, and you can go to my website, paralegalcoffeetalk.com, click on Accelerator, and find out more about that. There's a lot of information there for you. And then other tabs, click on Paralegal Resource Hub and go to that. Sign up for that. That's free. Let's see, Paralegal Resources tab, the Legal Break-In Book tab. That's for beginners. Total beginners. And that will help you. There's a behind the scenes area in the book that will tell you what paralegals are doing every day in specific areas of law. Go check that out. Okay? Have a great day. I'm going to put up some promos about the membership over the next day or so. We'll be preparing that today, but we have less than 2 weeks and the membership will be launched. And don't miss out, because I will not launch it for several months, after this launch. So have a great day. Let me know in the comments what area of law you're looking at. What would be your dream job in this field? I would love to hear your feedback. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you in tomorrow's video. Take care.